Welcome back to some more Guild Wars 2 Structured PvP solo in the ranked queue. We're on Engineer and it's going to spin around with a slight chance. Yeah, we're not going to hit that slight chance. We're going to the forest. And yeah, we're on the Engineer. I've changed the build, however, grenades have been fixed, so we could go back to the grenade build, but I've been messing around with this build in the meantime while I was doing not grenades or something. I don't know. Anyway, the idea is to burninate the countryside, burninate the peasants, and burninate the thatched roof cottages. We really need to burninate all those thatched roofed cottages. So we have 1375 conning damage, could increase it a little bit more, 46% crit chance with a Rabid Amulet and Rune of Belf, and then we have Sigil of Smoldering to get to that 98% burning, and Sigil of Strength to increase our burning damage, pretty much for the burning damage. I was really thinking of going with Earth or Poison, but I'm swapping out to more burning and a little bit of Confusion, Poison with here, and Fragmentation. But this Poison changed a lot. It used to be able to keep it up permanently by just shooting these darts, but now it just stacks damage, so it seems like it's a really front-loaded poison damage, and poison can be scary now, but Bomb kit, because we're going to be greedy with it. I would probably also swap to shield, especially if the enemies have a lot of rangers, which they have rangers right now, but we're testing out this build, so I'm not going to really swap. Looks R because I want to use that. I should be using condition removal and supply crate because it has burning. And over here, this is... Oh, we're using the mecha one. Okay. Must have found that... Okay, apparently I'm going over here. The other version is using the bomb recharge kit, and it does a lot of damage. But yeah, it's... We'll talk about this after.
The keep is yours.
He's gonna run away. I should be using this beforehand. He's probably gonna be on the point. Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch coming from behind. Did they jump down? They did. Jump down. Oh, he has... That's interesting.
You've seized the end. The keep's been lost.
How did that thing get up here?
Your enemy took the mine.
Can I get that down? No, of course not. Oh, there's guys on me. I did not see him. Yeah, target him, please. Thief is going invis again. I should have handled that a little bit better. Looks like a warrior is going up mid.
You've taken the mine.
Thief is just using his heal skill.
The keep is yours.
See where the blue guy goes. He's going through. Is he going to spot me? He did not spot me. He's going to go up mid. Let's just decap and go up mid. Warrior is running away to me. I feel like fire. You're immune to damage.
They took the henge.
But you're not immune to my conditions. On this warrior. Oh, he's gonna run.
Spawniers return.
He's out of the range.
The chieftain
Yeah.
has returned.
Is he gonna fight him? Yeah. Do other people coming up? No, we're fine.
They took the
Do
henge.
blind to see if they can get the stomp. Oh, there's a thief over here. Where's the thief? You. Oh, he used vengeance. He is running.
There, target identified.
Thief is going to home. Warrior is going mid. He's probably gonna run away. Nah, Rangers got him. Necro is on their point. Warrior is going back. Whoops. This Ranger. It was a long getaway. He's gonna run around in circles. We have the home point covered. Let's get around to take him down. Where did he go? Did he double back?
They took the henge.
Where did he go? He's right here.
You've taken the mine.
You really use that? Okay.
Come here. I planted a healing turret.
He's going over there. Looks like they took out our guy that was on the point. That's fine. We still have all of these other points. Why don't we go for the buff? I don't know if I can kill it though. They've been split up a lot. Okay, we already have a guy on the buff. Ranger is going back to camp mid, or camp home, sorry. I really should be using this more often. They're really running away a lot. It's interesting.
You've taken the mine.
Looks like you're gonna get the stomp.
There.
Let's call target on him.
Identified.
What is this guy even doing? Doesn't matter. We're just kind of messing around. These guys are running around, not really doing much. Are they? Okay. Well, let's use their burning. Okay, he's up. Quickness stomp him. There's all of us up here. I think this ranger, this thief is going to have a problem. Let's use our mate. Because why not?
There. Target identified.
Ranger
keep is
and
yours.
Thief down mid. Warriors can go in.
I feel furious.
Can I get him? Missed him.
Your team is victorious.
Okay, so that was pretty quick. They were really disorganized. They still got a fair amount of points, and I was running all over the place. I probably should have been more going after far or that kind of thing, but anyway, we're just waiting for this little thing to pop over. It didn't seem like I had to take this one too seriously, so I didn't really take it too seriously, but yeah, we'll talk about the build now. So the build is focused on fire and burning things, and it's going greedy. It's a little less greedy than when it was before. I had swapped over to explosives. Yeah. Shrapnel would be okay, but it's only 50% chance, and the only explosion that I really have is the bomb kit. I don't think this counts as an explosion. Yeah, it's just a shatter. And 15% chance on the bomb kit isn't really that good. It's better for grenades because there's 3 of them, so I was going with this to get an extra blast finisher, and you can stack up some nice might with the napalm or with the firebomb. Firebomb also actually does a fair amount of burning, especially if they're stupid enough to stand in it. Plus the smoke bomb for defense, how it was beforehand when I was using it with grenades and bombs. But adding in the extra detonation from the dodge bomb is okay. I found it not really worth it, and I wasn't really taking the mortar. I don't really like the mortar too much. Could also might stack a lot with the mortar. Maybe that would be a little bit more worth it. And also go invisible with the smoke bomb. That does work, right? Physical projectile. Poison. Ice. Water. It's not a physical project, or it's not a finisher. Yeah, it's only a mortar that's a finisher. So if you go like this, and you use this, yeah, it spams blindness. I think I'd rather take the supply drop for the 2-second stun plus overcharge, and it also adds burning and other stuff. So, and I'm not using the rifle. The rifle is really good, especially for the CC, and you can also use the number 5 to bounce in your own fire fields to get your extra fire and might stacks when people attack you and burn them. And yeah, that's really good, but I was going for more varied condies, and especially with the fire over here. When they're right next to you, they take a blast of nasty fire to the face. And I really do need to use this earlier. There's a 45-second duration, so when you use it right before the match starts, it'll generally be up pretty quickly. So use it just before the match starts and then on cooldown, essentially. And what was going over here is using short fuse to reduce recharges, but then I was like, what do I use here? Like, I'm not going to be taking fall damage, and I'm not using grenades, so that's pretty much pointless. So then I go glass cannon, but that's again pointless because, well, 90% health, 14,000 health can be, sometimes it's, for PvP, it's only 5% damage bonus, and I have nothing to do with damage for this Connie build, and it's not a hybrid celestial build damage one, so there's no point. So this wasn't really working out, so I just went with either inventions with the mecha legs, and they also give reduction to the negative movement speed stuff, so that works out really nice. And then bunkered down, this got a 5-second recharge, and I really don't know if I like this anymore. I didn't play around with it like beforehand. I was thinking it might be interesting, but it got a 5-second recharge, and now I'm kind of like, why? There's like no point, so you know. Over here, when we're in this build, or if we want to swap to this build if we're not into it, we can also go into shields. And the ranger situation that we had there, it would be a reasonable idea to swap over to the shield just for the reflect. And otherwise I would use probably smoke bomb more because of the extra blind. That's really helpful, especially in the fact that warriors are now using that enraged thing, the Hulk mode, where they do lots of control. When you drop a smoke bomb on them, they basically become harmless. And if you can keep them blind, like the Thief Pistol 5, they're just bunny rabbits. They can't do anything to you at all. They have to stand out of it to do anything. And the moment they walk into the blind field, they're completely harmless, so you completely negate their elite skill. So that's why I like this one. And the bunker down, I'm not doing it for the damage. Like, it is an okay little extra, and it kind of does give a little area denial, although the damage is completely small. It does add up, but it's more for the bonded. I didn't say that. The bandage. And getting the little extra healing and regen can actually add up. So that's why I went with this. It's a little bit more sustained. And the alternative is tools. Yeah, tools. And then tools has speed kits or streamline kits as well, which for the flamethrower gives you the fire field. Again, nice because it burns people, but I'm not going into that a lot more. Maybe as an alternate build with rifle, I could go with the streamline kits and then bounce myself into the napalm or the fire field and give myself tons and tons of this. The burning on this is insane when you do that, especially in PvE. But the other side of it is, what do I use over here? Because gadgets here, I'm not really using any gadgets. This is okay. Endurance regen increased. But I don't think it stacks with vigor. And the funny thing is, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. When I gain swiftness, I gain vigor. When I critical hit, I gain swiftness. This has no recharge. This is permanent. Although I have seen there is sort of an internal recharge, kind of. I'm not sure exactly how it works. It is a 50% chance, but I think there is a little bit of a recharge on this. I'm not sure how it works exactly. So, but I essentially have permanent vigor. And I do not know if this stacks. Let's see if the wiki has a note on it. It does not have a note on it. The note is from 2012 and it says it does not stack, and I know that vigor got reduced to 50%, I believe. Yeah, 50% endurance regeneration. I don't know if they stack together to give 100%. Yeah, that is a little bit quicker. Let's go to the test dummies to just try it. This is adding a fair amount of time to the end of this. It is still recording, correct? Yes, it is, and we're almost 20 minutes in. That is not good. Oh well, whatever. It could be a little bit extra long. Okay, so like this. Let's regenerate.
Might and glory.
Okay. That does not look like they are stacking. That guy kind of died quickly. Yeah, so this does not stack. If you swap out from invigorating to maybe protection or outgoing healing, pointless, so I'd go with protection. So when using tools instead, swap out protection. It is actually pretty handy, especially with a lot of CC. It gives you nearly permanent protection. 3 seconds of protection on a 5-second cooldown. The build I had beforehand, the high uptime survivability build a long time ago, used this and it works out pretty good. Unfortunately, we lost the blind on rifle hits. That's super unfortunate. Oh well. But yeah, this looks like it would be a pretty decent build, but the thing is, what do you go with over here? The static discharge, we're not really using damage. It could add up over time. And utility goggles would be good. Break extra stun and give an immunity to blindness and extra fury. And then power wrench is completely useless. But the other thing is, we're using the regeneration. Now, when I use a healing skill, I also drop the little fury thing. So you have to make sure you run over it. And that gives a decent amount of fury. And over here, incendiary powder, of course. Incendiary powder. The unfortunate thing with Juggernaut is that it's the same line as incendiary power. Like, no, just, you need to move this back out. Like, it is really powerful. Juggernaut gives you permanent stability like it did in beta, but incendiary powder is just too good for A, condition builds, and B, sustain. And if you're not taking flamethrower, then it doesn't matter, you're not going to take Juggernaut. But if you are going to take Juggernaut, it is really good, but if you're making a condition build with the Juggernaut, it doesn't really work too well. Like, I can crit and do bleeding, 33% chance, and the bleeding do an okay amount. The other option is to add the Sigil of Earth, but I haven't seen it do too much. The other option is to go with Sigil of Torment or something like that, which Torment is okay. And it is AoE, but I don't know. I'd rather take the extra burns. Even if you don't have anything in Condi damage, if you get 3 burns, you're par for the old burning, and the amount of sustain it gives, although I do have a 90% increased burning duration, but still, maybe the Juggernaut as a control point tanky build, but for Condi flamethrower build, no. You need the incendiary powder. Bleedings last longer, also good. That's the only bleeding duration one that's on the other one. Critical hits on foes in range have a chance to grant fury. That's the extra fury I have. And it's 4 3/4 seconds. Not a ton, but it's a decent amount. The alternative is attack faster with a rifle, which I'm not using. And gain condition damage based on your precision, which is okay. What is our Condi damage? 1375. So this would pump us up to 1565. That would give us 5,231 burn on there, compared to 4,818. So that's a 400 increase. I think I'll swap out the 400 increase for a little extra fury, a little extra hits with crits to proc everything. I know it's a 10-second on here, but more procs means more bleeding. And stacking up more fury and not running over this, letting allies take it, is a good thing. So, heavy armor exploit also does vulnerability, which also increases the condition damage. And yeah, we already went over this. But for right now, I think like this one, because it adds a little bit extra survivability with these little bandages. Nothing happened with that other word. And yeah. The smoke screen, I saw it go off a couple times when people tried to CC me, so yeah, I like this build. I've been trying it out. This is a little bit more greedy. Could swap out the Elixir R for Condi removal. It does remove Immobilize, and it does remove 1 extra condition. And I should be using that 5 a little bit more. I keep thinking that the F5 is the F4 because I'm used to seeing just this last one as the Toss Elixir R. I also forgot to use it in that match a couple times, I think. But still, this is a lot of condition removal, and if you toss it on yourself before you go down, you can get yourself back up. So anyway, I've been gabbing for quite a while now, and these wiggle chests have just been wiggling here to mess with you. But just before we head off here, I'm going to show you a little something. So what we want to do, go into here, drop you. 6,000 burn. That's a 6,000 burn. In very slow lead up. Yeah, that's completely hilarious. If they don't have a cleanse immediately, they're going to burn to death in a couple of seconds. And if you drop this as a follow-up, you're going to kill someone. Maybe even a group of people, because this is AoE. How much is this just on its own? $1,400? $2,100? This one probably got hit by the proc. Yeah, and if I drop most of these, and I keep dropping these, we're fine. Yeah, you can see it just adds up. It just adds up and adds up and adds up. So I'm liking this build so far. It's actually kind of interesting. I do have range. I do have a medium range option, plus it goes through walls and that kind of thing of burninated people that were trying to line of sight me. And the amount of burning on the auto attack is 5 seconds. The attacks per second is 5. So let's see here. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000-ish. And if you follow up with this, it extends the duration of all burns. So when you load up this and this, you get the burns, and then you throw them up, it also CCs them, and then when they come back, napalm, and then all of that other stuff, yeah. You just add up the burns really, really fast. And if they don't have a cleanse for burn, burns are incredibly dangerous right now. They might need a nerf. The amount of damage that you can stack up with burns is insane. So anyway, I've been rambling. I was ending it beforehand, so let's actually end it now. I may tweak this build a little bit more. I'm liking where it is right now. I may want to go back into rifle or try swapping to rifle to use the fire fields, but we will maybe look at that later on. And have a good whatever location. And bye-bye.